Crazy story. I took testosterone for about 6 months. And guess what? I've been off testosterone for about 6 months. This is the whole story. Let's get into it. So I wanted to make a video that I haven't seen very many people talk about. There's a lot of videos about what happens if you take testosterone, or a lot of videos about people who are calling people out who say they're natty and they're not. Let's just be honest, it's a taboo subject, and there's not a lot of information out there from people really sharing their honest experiences with TRT, testosterone, peptides, different hormone replacement, growth hormone, supplements, all this craziness, right? I'm gonna share my experiences. I'm gonna share exactly how things made me feel. I'm gonna share my honest opinion on how products work for me. And in this video, I wanna share my entire journey of getting on TRT and then getting off TRT and why. It's a really crazy story. And the reason I got off TRT is probably not what you're thinking. Let's get really into it. So it all started back in 2022 when I just started feeling blah. And I realized that a lot of people that I was friends with were also starting to feel blah. I was in my mid-30s, had 4 kids, had a very successful job in automotive, which was a high pace, they could say high stress environment. I absolutely loved it. It was a lot of fun. I started feeling a little blah. And that's when I really started getting into cold plunging and grounding and all the different biohacking things that are supposed to make you not feel blah. And I can say that they definitely helped. And I was trying to tell everybody in the world, hey, like this stuff is actually helping me. I did have a few people influence me and say, hey, when's the last time you've had your blood work done? You're in your mid-30s, there's a good chance your testosterone levels are low. And I was one of those guys who growing up, I would take every supplement known to man. If it said increases testosterone performance, makes you shredded, I would try it all. I was like one of the first people to take Oxy Elite back before it was banned and had lockjaw from it. Like I'm down to try some supplements if it's going to make you feel better and perform better, because I've never been an athlete who's held to a specific standard where I can't take this, I can't take that. To me, it was like, hey, if it makes you look better, feel better, and perform better, and a doctor's cool with it, you can buy it off of a shelf, I'm gonna give it a try. So that led me down the path of actually getting my blood work done for the first time. I went to a local clinic, got my blood work done, checked my hormone levels, got a little educated, and was prescribed testosterone. The things I really didn't think about before I said yes to taking a small dose of testosterone was, how am I going to take testosterone? So they sent me my package. I got my testosterone with this beautiful, massive needle. And my prescription was to take 1 milliliter of testosterone twice a week. That was my prescription. I was super scared because I also remember hearing all these horror stories from everybody in the world saying, once you get on testosterone, you can't get off of it. Like your body's not gonna naturally be able to produce testosterone, right? And maybe that was true, but I was willing to give it a try. So I got my testosterone, convinced my wife to start putting a shot in my butt twice a week, which she absolutely hated. And I know there's a lot of other ways, but the best way is always gonna be putting it right into your tuchus. Here's what they don't tell you. When you start taking TRT, you're gonna feel unstoppable. You're gonna feel on top of the world. It'll take about a month for it to really get into your system. But the crazy thing was my testosterone levels were so low before I started taking it that I felt like a superhero. My numbers were below 300. Then when I got on testosterone, at the highest peak, I was around 600, which is more than double the testosterone in my body. So I was looking good, I was feeling good, I was performing well, I was feeling unstoppable. But a couple things they also don't tell you is it gets pretty expensive and it becomes a monthly maintenance. You have to order your testosterone, you have to get your testosterone, you have to get your needles, you have to get all the stuff that you need. And it can be quite expensive if you're not ready for it. And I wasn't ready for it. It can get pretty expensive. So it got to a point where I was like, all right, I'm feeling really, really good. I'm cold plunging regularly. I'm doing all these different things regularly. I'm working out like a crazy person now because I had the energy, I had the motivation, I had the drive again. Everything was feeling great. So I started working out a lot, looking good, feeling good. And I'm like, I can get off testosterone and be totally fine. I'd only been on it for a few months, so it should be pretty easy, right? So one day I decided to cold turkey just completely stop taking testosterone. To help with that, I started taking this whole package by Heart and Soil. I'm a big carnivore guy. I like the carnivore diet. I like Paul Saladino. So I started taking a whole package, which is basically bull testicle and bull blood and liver as well. Cool supplement, supposed to help your body naturally increase testosterone. So I started taking this to kind of wean myself off. Well, I went cold turkey off of testosterone, but I started taking that and I feel like it might have helped. But also my lifestyle was very much a pro testosterone growing lifestyle. I was into grounding and morning sunlight and no seed oils and just all the stuff, all the things. Well, I will be totally transparent with you. I was losing strength fast. As soon as I got off testosterone, my strength in the gym went down, my endurance in the gym went down. My drive went down because I was no longer a rock star in the gym, looking at myself in the mirror, feeling really, really good about myself. But I kept on going. I kept on pushing forward. Well, somewhere along the lines, I was introduced to the company Blokes, which you probably, if you follow me on Instagram at all, have heard me talk about quite a bit. Not only did they help me get off testosterone, but they gave me a full-blown playbook on exactly what I needed to take, the lifestyle choices I needed to make, and if I did want to take any type of peptides or anything else, they gave me the freedom to do so, but they gave me the education first. Whereas originally it was like, dude, you need testosterone, your test levels are super low, take testosterone, and that was kind of it. Blokes looks at every biomarker that I have in my body after taking my blood work. We do it every 3 months. We make adjustments. But here's the thing about Blokes that I absolutely love, and one of the reasons that I want to share this story with you. I'm putting myself out there. Obviously, there's going to be some people watch this and be like, man, David, I thought you were natty. I don't like you anymore. I'm sorry, man. I'll never judge anybody. Who am I to judge? Who are you to judge? Who are we to judge? Like, if it makes you feel better, look better, perform better, you get more confidence, you get more things done, your wife's happier, your husband's happier, and a doctor is saying, hey, this is cool. Like, it's not like you're going into a dark alley and buying illegal drugs. Like, no, a doctor checks your testosterone, a doctor checks your hormones and your blood, and they're telling you, hey, this is going to help. I'm not telling you what to do. Everyone make their own decisions. I'm just sharing with you my experience because I know this is gonna help one person. If I had seen a video like this, it would have helped me. But here's a few of the things that I found out about Blokes that I really, really liked. Number one, they can send someone to your house, to your office, to your work, wherever you are to take your blood. You don't have to schedule an appointment and go to a store. They make it super white glove and very, very consumer friendly, which I love. They've literally came to my house at 6 a.m. and taken my blood there multiple times. And the crazy thing is it only takes about 45 seconds. Then a few days later, you have a consultation with your doctor who's gonna go over all of your biomarkers, answer any questions you have, but more importantly, educate you on what's actually going on under the hood inside your body. You see, the biggest difference between most of the clinics and Blokes is that most of the clinics that I've heard of are really quick to prescribe the feel-good hormones and the feel-good peptides and the feel-good drugs that are going to make you lose weight, add muscle, feel better, because that's at the end of the day what your goal is, right? Problem is there are some long-term effects that can potentially come with that. So being able to have the freedom to experiment with some things, but also get the caution, get the pushback, and get the education before you do so is amazing. So here's a few things that Blokes did for me that helped me get off testosterone, and now my testosterone levels are back to TRT levels without taking TRT. The first thing they did is they figured out what my deficiencies were in my body, my deficiencies, not the average Americans, but my actual deficiencies, and they send me this smart supplement stack every single month. I get a daily pack that I get to pull out, has all the supplements that I need for each day. I can take it with me. If I'm going on vacation, I can take multiple packs with me, but I get this every single month. It's 30-day supply. And they're the supplements that I need based off my deficiencies. Not only do you get that, but you get a pamphlet that actually goes through what's in your pack and why. It gives you the education. So if you're someone like me and you're like, bro, I ain't got time to listen to all the reasons why, if you give me some literature, this is really good literature for you to take a look at. I thought it was cool because I have learned a lot more about some of the supplements that you see on bottles, that you see people talk about, but you don't really know what they actually do. So to me, continued education and consistently learning things is important. The next thing is they allow me the freedom to try different things. Since I've been working with Blokes, I've tried NAD+, I've tried Sermorelin. If you haven't heard of Sermorelin, that's what I'm currently experimenting with, and I have nothing but positive things to say. And probably the biggest thing that not a lot of people talk about is I've been taking enclomiphene. And enclomiphene was a necessity after being on TRT, because what it does is it stimulates your testicles to actually get back to work. And no, I'm not a doctor recommending any of this stuff. None of this is medical advice. I just wanted to share my experience with going from testosterone replacement therapy to zero testosterone replacement therapy and some of the different ways I've been able to successfully do that. Right now I can say that I feel amazing. I'm super grateful for Blokes. Blokes is the men's division. They also have a female division, which is called Joy. And my wife just started working with them. We haven't got her results back. She literally just gave blood the other day. Super stoked to see what's going on under the hood for her. She has a lady doctor. I have a man doctor. It's a really good 5-star first class experience. I just wanted to share this, make a video. If this helps one person, mission accomplished. There's a ton of other options out there. And the coolest thing about Blokes too is like, they're not like stingy. They don't say, hey, you have to take only the supplements that we tell you have to take or that we try to sell you. They're like, no, man, like there's a lot of options out there. You can take anything that you want. One of the things that they can do, because they have a lot of data, is realize that there are a lot of very similar deficiencies in America. And then they come up with these special blends, like this is the Focus blend, which has a really specific formula to help you focus, to help you with energy. They've got a few other ones like this too. And I asked if I should try what Andrew Huberman was recommending, which was Tongkat Ali taking Fadogia agrestis? And they said, sure. So I'm taking this too. Right now I'm taking a few different things to help keep my testosterone levels elevated while I get out of my rut and back into a great healthy space. And if I can do it, I believe you can do it too. And if you're someone like me and the story resonates with you, let me know by hitting that like button and comment your story down below, because I'd love to see some relatability. I think people will watch this video and they won't like or they won't comment because they're afraid of being judged by somebody else who might read that comment and be like, you're another person. Like, here's the thing, on my channel, there will be no judgment. We're gonna share experiences. I'm gonna share my experiences with you, put myself out there, and hopefully empower you to share your story with other people as well. And if you're a little bit lost and you don't know really where to start, I've got links down in the description below for Blokes if you're a man, Joy if you're a female. Go ahead and just reach out to them. Go ahead and get a comprehensive lab done. Get a lab done so that you can see what's going on and you can schedule a call with their doctors and see what's really going on in your life. You might be taking supplements that you have no need to take. You might be wasting money every single month taking supplements or trying things that benefits you in no way. You won't know unless you actually find out. The best way to find out is to have a licensed doctor check it for you, and that's why I use Blokes. And if you have any questions that I didn't really go over or you're a little confused about, just pop them down in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer and reply back to every single comment. You know, it's crazy. I've learned a ton working with Blokes. I've learned a lot about the supplements that I should and shouldn't take. I've learned a lot about different peptides, fat burners, lifestyle choices, and all this. But I've also learned a ton about protein. Not just protein as the macro, but like where your protein is sourced from, how bioavailable your protein is, the difference between whey protein, isolate, collagen, all these different proteins out there. And I actually made a video that you might be interested in if you're interested in protein. And that video is gonna be right here. I want you to go ahead and click on that video right now because I really think you'll like it. Check this one out right here. I'll see you guys on the next video. Have a great day, guys. God bless.